Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Barnstormer Baseball Cards. Today, we're going to look at TTM successes and returns. We're going to go ahead and jump into this, get started. I know we've got 6 of them, so we've got plenty to look at and plenty to do. Our first one is going to be from Mr. Marquess. If you don't know who he is, you're going to recognize his 1988 Topps USA head coach card from that Olympic team. Mr. Marquess was born in 1947. He was selected in the 25th round of the 1969 MLB Player Draft by the Chicago White Sox. He played in their minor league system until 1973, where he became a player coach for the Iowa Oaks. That's probably where he got his love of coaching, and later on in 1977 to 2017, he was the head coach at Stanford, compiling a record of 1,627 wins, 878 losses, and 7 ties record, making the postseason 23 times and winning two College World Series. So Mr. Marquess knows his baseball. He knows how to motivate young talent and get those championships. So great addition to have him added to the 88 USA Olympic team. You know that's a project of ours if you've been watching our channel. So happy to get Mr. Marquess back. All right, with no further ado, we're going to move right into number 2. And this is going to be vintage 1958 Topps edition from Phillies pitcher Bob Miller. We're going to slide some of these over, fill up the frame there. You know what? Let's put Mr. Miller right between both Mr. Marquess's cards. How about that? Okay. He's a right-handed pitcher. He's 94 years young. He was with the Phillies from 1949 to 1958, and he also pitched the 1950 World Series. He started Game 4 of that World Series against the vaunted Yankees. He was on a staff with Robin Roberts and Curt Simmons. All were young arms at the time. In Game 4, he did take the loss 5-2 in what was a sweep by the New York Yankees of that series, giving them another of their titles. But very happy to have Mr. Miller's autograph, get his signature. Love getting the super vintage stuff. 58 cards. There's not a lot of those guys still out there. I'm trying to track down as many of them as I can. I absolutely love that. So, Mr. Miller, thank you for signing. Thank you for sending that to us. Completely blown away by that one. Loved it. That's been gone a long time. I want to say like 6 months that's been out. So to get that back now that's a collection is absolutely stupendous. Love the card, love the autograph. Awesome job. Now the next one's somebody you're definitely going to recognize if you followed baseball at all, because this guy was around a long time. And he signed a pair of cards for us. Both of them with his different World Series teams, and they are Mr. Jesse Orosco. If you're around my age, you definitely know who Jesse Orosco is. Now, he's a left-handed pitcher, and he pitched from 1979 to 2003. So that's 24 seasons. He has a major league record appearing in 1,252 games as a pitcher. Almost 1,300 games over his career. That is awesome. He was a 2-time All-Star and a 2-time World Series champ. In 86 with the Mets, as you see here on the left, and in 88 with the Dodgers, as you see here on the right. No coincidence we sent him those cards. We like to match them up when you have special events, especially things like World Series teams. That is super cool. Again, Jesse Orosco cards have been gone a long time. Happy to get these back. I want to say these have been gone more than 6 months, maybe closer to 8. These are some of the first TTMs we sent out this year, and they finally came back. The autographs look great. Thanks him for putting his time in and sending those to us. Super glad to add those to the collection. That's someone that people obviously recognize. Thank you, Mr. Orosco. Now, moving on to Mr. Bill Long. Bill Long is a right-handed pitcher as well. And he signed 3 for us. So, we'll start to add some stuff here, there, and everywhere. There he is, his 89 Topps. His 89 Upper Deck. And we will put his 88 Topps right there in the middle where you guys can see it. So we'll go here. So you guys can see an Orosco, a Bob Miller, and a Bill Long. Now, Mr. Bill Long, like I said, was a right-handed pitcher. He pitched from 1985 to 1991, a little 6-year career with the White Sox, Cubs, and Expos. During that time, he compiled a record of 27-27, going 500, with a 4.37 ERA and 247 strikeouts. Nowadays, he's a teacher at Gray Middle School in Union, Kentucky. Go Gators! I had to look that up. He teaches 6th grade social studies and has a pet pig named Puggle. So, thank you, Bill. Thank you, all the middle schoolers at Gray Middle School in Union, Kentucky. And thank you to Pet Pig Puggle. So, that's very unique for us. Happy to add that. And thank you for signing 3 for 3. Super cool additions to the collection. Now, moving along, this is someone else I think if you're my age, you're going to recognize. I'm going to have to make some space here for Mr. Chris Hoiles. We are filling up the frame. There's a great 1992 Donruss card. We'll start to slide some of these back. Give us some space because we do have more after this. Oh, I love getting these autographs. And I love filling up the space, letting you all see them and sharing with you. Thanks for jumping in and joining us during this episode and spending some time with us today. So, glad you enjoyed TTMs and being here too. All right, let's talk about Mr. Chris Hoiles. He's a right-handed catcher, as catchers tend to be. He played from 1989 1998, all with the Baltimore Orioles. In 1991, he played in 89 games. He only had 1 error after Mickey Tettleton was traded away by the team. He became the 5th rookie to win a fielding title in his rookie year. On May 17th, 1998, he hit an ultimate grand slam. They were down 3 runs to the Seattle Mariners. He had 2 outs and a full count and knocked it out of the park to win the game. It's only the 2nd time in MLB history that was done. Alan Trammell had the other one. You can look it up. Pretty cool. And Mr. Hoiles is a Baltimore Orioles team Hall of Famer. So thank you, Mr. Hoiles, signing 2 for 2. Love the 92 stuff. The 92 Donruss and the 92 Upper Deck are beautiful cards. Always love the Upper Deck stuff. If you looked at their cards and say like 89, a lot of the photography and everything, the shadowing was really dark and everything. By the time 92 hit, they had it figured out and they put out some beautiful cards. So I love that set and how everything looks with it. So, all right, that is 5. We are going on to number 6. This one goes a little bit further back. It's a name I think you're going to love and appreciate. And just so you know, he's a good guy right off the bat. God bless and stay safe. All right, who sent us that message? That is going to be none other than Mr. Roadrunner, as he's known, Mr. Ralph Garr. Ralph was kind enough to sign a pair of 1974 Topps cards. Ralph was an outfielder. His nickname was the Roadrunner due to his speed. He was, let me see here. He was with the Braves, White Sox, and Angels during his career. He played from 1968 to 1980, hitting, his lifetime batting average was .306. He did win a batting title in 1974, hitting .353, and was elected to the All-Star team. Now, after that stellar performance in 74, he did want to raise. So he went to the Braves, and he wanted to raise his salary to $114,500, which would be more than double what he made in 74. They denied that, counteroffered with $85,000. Now his case went to arbitration, and this is important in baseball history because it went to arbitration where he won, and he became the first player in MLB history to more than double his salary through arbitration. So that's a landmark case for ball players and everyone involved to move up and change their salaries through those methods. So Mr. Garr, thank you for signing 2 for 2. If you're wondering why we went with double 1974, now, of course, I just told you he won the batting title that year and he was an all-star that year. Those things are both true, but this was a special request from my Uncle Jim. There were 2 players he wanted me to send off to. I sent off to both on the same day. This is the first one to come back. Mr. Ralph Garr was one of his childhood heroes. He wanted this one. It's a great card, beautiful card. So one of these is actually for my PC, and the other one is going to go off to him. And then we'll see if the other one comes back. Now, I'm not going to tell you who that is just yet. We'll have to tune in later on to another episode and see if that's come in. But I think the guy's a good guy. I think it's going to happen. I think Uncle Jim's going to go 2 for 2. So we'll find out together. Well, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for enjoying this episode. If you would, please like and subscribe. Everyone stay safe, be happy, and we'll catch you next time. Goodbye.